Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you are watching this. Hello, hello, hello. It is Miss Lang bringing you another math mystery video. So, math mystery, Case of the Rotten Eggs. So, this one is Mathhattan, which Manhattan is a place in New York, and Mathhattan is starting to smell really, really bad because of some Easter eggs that are rotten. And they're going to seek out the Easter Bunny to see why it smells so bad here. So they're trying to figure out what happened. And you can see that Mr. Slimewort is making the slime in the town and making it smell really bad. So, again, we need your help figuring out who and how and where he is hiding so that way he can be stopped and Easter can be saved. Again, here's a possible hideouts list. Place value clue 1. Okay. This one is very, very similar to last week's video where you are figuring out the value of each underlined digit. So they're just bigger numbers. I'm going to remind you of our place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. So in this first one here, well, that first one's already been done with us for us. We will look at this one right here. Maybe I should turn on my, oops. That was not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. This one here. 240,928. The underlying digit is the 2. It's the second place value. So if we come up here to our place value, our ones, tens is the second place value. Oops, come on. So the second place value is a 2. It's in the 10 spot. What is the value of it? Is 2 tens. 2 times 10 is 20. The value of this place is 20. Think of it as if you were taking and expanding these numbers. Here it would be 240,928. It would read 200,000, 40,000, 900, 20, and 8. With an addition sign in between each of those. Same thing over here, 34,617. It would be 30,000 plus 4,000 plus 600 plus 10 plus 7. This one underlined here is 6. It's a 6. It's in the hundreds place, so 600s. This one here is a 2. It's in the tens spot. 2 tens is 20. Oh, and again, the answer here, 600 is an O. We come down here. They've placed it in there for us. 600 is O. Clue 2, multiplying numbers ending in zeros. Now we come down here. 50 times 10. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. If I take our digit 5 and our digit 1. 5 times 1 is, yes, 5. So I would put a 5 here. Now I left behind this 0 and this 0. That's 2 zeros. I had already put a 5 here, so behind the 5 I'm going to put 2 zeros. So my answer here is going to be 500. Yes, let's do one more together. We're going to take our first digit here, which is a 2. This digit here, which is a 6. 2 times 6 is, 12. Right over here. I left behind 1 0 and 2 zeros. So I come over here, and I'm going to put 2 zeros behind my 12. So I have a 12 followed by 2 zeros, which is going to be 1,200. And so that's one of the easier ways you can figure out the answer to that. Or if you wanted to write it all out, you wanted to take 70 times 40, that's fine, no problem. You're still going to get the answers the same way. Here again, we decided this was 500 and it was C. So we would come up here in 500, you'd the letter C right there. Moving on. Improper to mixed fractions clue 3. Now you can see here we have an improper fraction, 13 over 2, or also known as 13 halves, and the answer is 6 1/2. We need to figure out how they got that. So I'm going to show you this one here, 25 over 3. I have already written this out, 25 over 3 here, and here I took my improper fraction, I kicked it over, so that way the top fell down first, and the bottom one was still on the outside. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to divide this out to figure out my improper, or my mixed number from my improper fraction. I'm going to get rid of my highlighted thing here really quick. Give me 2 seconds. Awesome. Okay. So how many times can 3 go into 2? It cannot. Oops, what is that? Okay, come on, let me draw. There we go. It cannot go in. How many times can 3 go into 25? What times 3 gets me close to 25 without going over? 3 times 8. So 3 times 8 is 24. Yes, 24. I'm taking and I subtract it. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. This 1 here is my leftover 1. I'm going to take that and bring it up here by my 8. I'm going to put my 1 there. Very small because this is going to be my numerator to my fraction. This right here, this number, is my denominator. I now bring that over here and put the 3 here. So now my answer is going to be 8. Oh, come on. 8 1/3. 8 1/3. So here, 25 over 3 is 8 1/3. Now let's come down to the bottom. Is there any 8 1/3? Right here. Let me turn my cursor back on. Here we go. 8 1/3 is the letter E. So again, I would come up here. 8 1/3 is letter E. Ooh, looks like it would spell out the word he. Interesting. Okay. Moving on. Clue number 4, making change. Now, think of this as if you are going to the grocery store with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, and you are bringing along your very own money that maybe you got for a gift, maybe just because you did the dishes, maybe you got your chores done, maybe from your birthday or Christmas or whatever the case may be. Think of it as that. Bottom, each of these items has a price tag on it. And what you are doing is you are buying this item. So here, I'm buying a cheeseburger with a lot of yummy looking toppings. This cheeseburger is $11.30. You are checking out at the cash register, and all you have is a $20 bill. You need to figure out how much money you would get back from the cashier once they have checked you out. In this case, the burger is $11.30, but I gave them a $20 bill. How much would I get back? Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Well, when I am getting change back from someone, they are taking the money I gave them, subtracting how much my bill was so that they can figure out how much I get back. So in this case, $11.30, I'm going to come up here to this. Let me delete it. I don't know. Delete. Can I do that? I'll just undo it all, I guess. Won't delete it, but okay. All right. So in this case, I'm going to take the $20 bill that I gave them. Can't forget my decimal. Okay. And I am going to subtract $11.30, which is how much my cheeseburger was. So $11.30. This is hard to write with this thing. I don't have a touchscreen, so it's kind of tricky. Okay, come on. All right. I'm going to oh, guys, this is hard. There we go. I'm going to subtract it. Now, in this case, I'm going to subtract 0 minus 0, which gives me still 0. 0 minus 3. Well, I can't do that because this is a 0. So I go next door to borrow. Well, there's nothing there to borrow, so then I have to go next door one more time. There's a 2, so I can borrow now. The 2 becomes now a 1. The 0 becomes a 10. Okay. 3, I need to borrow. I can go next door. It's a 10. I need to take 1 from the 10. It now becomes a 9. That 1 that I borrowed now comes over here. I have 10 minus 3 equals 7. Can't forget my decimal. 9 minus 1 is 8. And that's a 0. Now, since we're dealing with money, we cannot forget the money sign. So, how much change did I get back from the cashier? I get $8.70. So if I were to come back here, after my cheeseburger, I would get $8.70 back. Now, if you want to check your work, if I were to pay $8.70 here, I get $8.70 plus $11.30, and I should get, right up here, I should get my $20 back. Or I should have $20. Okay, so I decided that was $8.70. So I'm going to go up here, find $8.70. Here we go. And you're going to put that letter W in this space here. Moving on to the next one. And the final clue before we can figure out where he is at and where he is leaving all the nasty, stinky slime and ruining Easter. Now, this one here is a little more difficult than some of the rest. It's going to require you to dig way back in your brain to the first week of school. Probably not the first week of school. Probably let's say the first couple weeks of school. Now, this is the different place values. I'm going to come up here. This is my ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Now, hopefully that jogged your memory just a little bit so you can remember what each of these shapes looks like. In this case here, 9 tens equals 90 ones. So I'm going to show you this. Let me clear them all. Okay, so it says 9 tens. Okay, so I'm going to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. Now, in one of these, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one has 10, and this one has 10, and this one has 10, all the way up to all 9 of them. 9 times 10 is 90, which here there's 90 ones. Okay, I would click this. I can ungroup that. Is it going to let me? Ooh, yeah, it did. See? Oh, boy, it made me. Oh, whoa, what is it doing? Strange. It's making me move them all differently. Weird. I don't know. Anyways, there is my ungrouping of the ones. Okay? Now, let's clear it all. We're going to do the next one together because it's kind of tricky. 6,000s. Now, this one is quite large because the shapes on our tool are large. I am not going to put 6 of them here because then I could not fit 6 of them. And it would take up too much space. You would not be able to see what I am doing, and that just would not work. Therefore, if I have one of these, I'm trying to get to see how many 10s there are. Which means we need to figure out how many 10s are in one of these, and then we're going to make it easier on ourselves and multiply by 6. Because if we figure out how many are in one of them, we can figure out how many are in 6 of them by multiplying our answer by 6. I'm going to come down here to this ungrouping tool, and I'm going to ungroup my 1,000. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can see that there are 10 of these, and I'm just going to put most of these back over here so that way I have room to work. There's 10 of them there. So there again, if I can figure out how many of 10s are in one of these, I can multiply it by 10 here. So in this case, I'm going to ungroup this one. Oops. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that even means. Go away. Go away. Why is that not going away? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to ungroup. Yeah, there we go. So here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10 over here is kind of cut off. So there's 10 of them here. So in one of those, there are 10 10s. In an entire block, there are 10 hundreds. Okay. So there's 10 here. 10 times 10 is 100. So if there are 100 10s in 1,000, because there's 10 here, 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 and 10 here, that gives us 100. So let me see if I can draw it out here for you. Can I delete all that? Oh boy. Just undo it all. One more time. I don't know why it doesn't let me delete it. Silly, silly thing. But if I have one, I'm going to use a shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy, those are all not the right shape. But these are all 100s. So 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, all the way in. Okay. Now in each of these, there are 10 10s. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So there's 100 10s in one of these. But there are 6 of those thousands. So I'm going to take 100 because there were 100 in here. 100 times 6 because there's 6 of the thousands. 100 times 6 is 600. So 600 tins. Okay, come down here, and here we are. We have a 600 here and a 600 here and a 600 here, which is going to be the number or the letter O. Ooh, you get a 3 for 1 there. That one has 3 spaces for O. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, that was our last clue. Hopefully, this one here is not too crazy. Now, this, if you're having trouble, this here, if you log into Clever, I'm going to show you exactly how to get to there. I don't know if it's probably going to look a little different on your end. If you go to Clever, go to clever.com, log in with your school email, your school password. It's going to bring you to your home screen, which looks like, well, let it load. It's going to look like this. Okay, you all know that Clever looks like that. You're going to log into or click on your Think Central. It'll already be logged in, so you should be able to just click on it, bring you right to it. Now, mine is obviously going to look a little different than yours, but I'm going to come to a thing here. It says iTools. And you should be able to access this as well. I'm going to click on iTools. And I'm going to come to the bottom here. It says base 10 blocks. And that's exactly how I got to where I was going. So if you are not very sure exactly how to get to where you're going, that's a great way to figure this out. So like if you were dealing with 10 or with a 100 and you need to ungroup it, click on it so it highlights it in blue and click ungroup. And it will break them apart. So that way you can just pick certain ones out. Okay? Fill in the clues. Figure out, where is Slimewort hiding? I don't know. Figure it out and then tune in next week to figure out the answer of where Slimewort was hiding. Have a wonderful, wonderful week this week, guys. Goodbye.